What's up, everybody? Crazy Eats here with another Transformers review. This time from the Studio Series line, we are looking at Orion Pax from Transformers 1, the movie. Let's take a quick look at his package, and then we're going to get into Orion himself. Alright, so here's Orion Pax. The packaging, and right off the bat, I do like the colors on him better than the Optimus Prime that we got earlier. I want to say last year or the year before. I don't remember when he came out, but profile-wise, he's very clean. Got hollow bits, of course. You know, the back is a little messy, but all in all, not bad looking figure. I think I have one Orion Pax figure, and that's the one from the Power of the Primes Optimus. That one's horrible. So here's his head sculpt. Blue helmet, silver for the crest, gray face, blue eyes. Going down, you got the red chest, truck body pretty much. Typical Optimus format. More of a Cybertronian design than an Earth design. Got some good paint, not enough of it though. I feel like down here is all gray and the arms are too gray. Like, I know they're very, very cheap with their paints. Great details though, all over the place with little small smokestacks. I don't know if they're actually smokestacks on Cybertron, but got some nice blue hands. These are the wheels for the alt mode on the side here. I like the gray as opposed to that very light tannish color they have on the other one. You got the typical Optimus feet, the blue and the silver. Some it's like some dark gunmetal gray maybe. Yellow tips on the feet. The wheels are back here. Backpacks, I like the profile. It's not too, backpack ain't too much. It's very clean. A little noisy down here. You know, the hollow bit and all that. But we don't look at the figures from the back. We look at them from the front. So that is Orion Pax. His robot mode. Now let's take a look at his accessories. Comes with two. The first one is this little holographic effect of the planet, which is really cool. I'll show how that pegs on him on storage and then in his hand. And then he has this thing, which is his work tool. The blade spins. It's got two grips for it here and here. It's like a goldish color with gray. Really nice. I like this. I like this actually weapon. It's really, or tool, I should say. Could be used as a weapon, but you know, it's his tool of trade for when he's working in the mines. That's pretty cool. Now I'll show you how to store it and how he wears it. First things first, you got on both hands you got this little peg that this plugs into, and there we go. And you could use it like that on his hand, on either or. And then you also could store it on his backpack. Got pegs back here that you could peg it in there if you want to have. If you don't want to lose it and you want to keep it on him, you have that. You can barely see it. It's not a deal breaker. You could leave it back there if you wanted to. And here he is holding it, which looks really cool in hand, holding it like that. Weapon storage, you see these two ports back here. You could take it and plug it in right here. But I don't think for OSHA safety reasons we should have the blade facing up. So ideally, I guess so he doesn't get fired, we'll just put it down like that. So you can hold it, just so you know there we go. So he has that look going on, which is nice. And he still stands good. He's got good balance, so he's not going to be back heavy with it. It's pretty light, so he holds it up pretty well. And then, of course, you know, you could put your little snow globe back here as well, so he has everything in the back stored. And he has his hands free, which is really nice. The comparisons, let's get the crew in here. We'll start with his future girlfriend, Elita 1. He's into tall women. Here's with Bumblebee, or B127, or Badassatron, whatever you want to call him, that's who he is. Here he is with his bestie, or his mortal enemy. Spoiler alert. If you didn't know, now you do. Here he is with Optimus Prime. You can see the size difference and the colors. Question, if this color was on him, would more people like this mold? Is it the colors that throw a lot of people off because it's so muted? Or is it just this gray that they're using, this off brick grayish brown that they have for him? I'm wondering if these colors were here, he'd probably look much better. I hope they do a better version of him and Megatron. I'm not a fan of these molds. I hope they do a better one of these guys. Alright, so that was my look at robot mode for Orion Pax from the Studio Series line. And yeah, I do like him a lot better than the Prime that came out earlier. Really, I like the colors on him. Robot mode looks pretty good, pretty clean. Of course, you know, Studio Series can use more paint. One thing I will say though, to be careful with, is this piece right here. It clips in, but once you go for transforming them, this piece right here will pop off a lot. The tabs aren't that deep, and they don't peg in that cleanly. So just be careful when transforming him. But otherwise, I do love the saw blade. And I like the effect of having this on his arm. It's pretty cool. Weapon storage is nice. They pack away nicely. Stands good. Joints feel good. No looseness. And again, the colors pop really good. All in all, I like the figure. All right, so coming up next will be his transformation video. Okay, so let's take our Orion Pax here and get him transformed. I always make sure that I try to get his limbs all nice and straight so it's easier for transformation. So the first thing you want to do is come over here with the smokestacks and swing them down on both sides, like so. Then you want to take his head, push it back, like that. And then you want to take his feet and bring them in. And you want to open up. It's almost just like his original version that came out earlier. You want to take that out, and then you want to pop out the chest. Or, I'm sorry, no. Bring his arms down so you could pop out the chest like that. So you have that going on. Yeah, you have that look going on like that. Turn him over, and then this piece right here, you want to take it, make sure his head's pushed all the way down, and then this piece right here, you want to rock it up like this, and then push this down to close up, to hide the face. So you got the front of the cab partially done. All right. Keep these out. Now this piece right here is like a square, like this piece up in here. You want to get in there, take it, and bring it down. Now with the arms, you want to take them and push them down. Push them down like this. So they're behind the front grille of the truck. Then you want to take them, rotate them down. Now I'm going off of the instruction. I'm doing step by step from what the instructions are telling me to do. Now, of course, it's probably an easier way and all that, but I'm using them as my guide. So you want to bring the arms down like this. At this point, you want to take the hand and you want to bend them in on both sides. As far as they can go, you should feel them like kind of like pop into place. Now this is the little tricky part. It's not a hard part. It's just tricky to get done. And it takes me a minute to remember how to do it. So you want to take the arm and twist it so this wheel is up top, and also that you see the bolt right there. That's your best guide to doing it. It's basically the wheel, because this is what's going to make them roll, right? As tires go. So you have this look going on with the arms. Weird, but all right. So then you twist the waist around this way. In a way, you should have done that first, but that's weird. All right, yeah, so you twist the waist like that. You want to bend the arms up on both sides like this. So, and then this is where, if you could see right here, there is a groove on both sides that's gonna go into this piece right here that you popped up. Just make sure. Oh crap! His chassis belt always just falls off. It doesn't really stay on once it unclips. I'm getting stress marks on the belt itself. I call it a belt, but whatever you want to call it, it's popping off a lot. You know what? How about that? We just take that off for right now. All right. So now that's done. You want to take the arm and make sure this piece is up. You want to get it in there. This is the tricky part. You want to get the arm in there, and if you see that this little peg right there is going to go in there. It's not going to snap in cleanly. It's just a resting spot for it. So you want to kind of line it up in there somehow. Pray to the gods that it gets in. It goes in. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but it's a little finagling, but not impossible. So if you look at it from the side, it should look like that, and you can see how they're resting in there. Fist sides are going to be shoved up inside the cavity, while these guys are up in there like that. And here's the profile, so for reference. Then you want to bring this up like this. There should be, that goes up like this, right? Oh, there we go. It goes in there like that, and then the legs are going to come up, and there's a tab right here. They're just going to sit in there like that on both sides. And then on this part, you want to bend it one. You're going to hear it click into place. And then you want to take it and tab them together. Line them up the best you can. The easiest part is fighting me the most. Like that. Yeah. It's so ugly in this mode. I'm sorry. But there you go. There's Orion Pax in his alt mode. Which is ugly, but that's the transformation of Orion Pax in his alt mode. Oh, bump the camera for good luck. Let me see if I get a good shot of this thing. So you can see it on the ground, how it looks. That's alt mode. All right, that's the transformation video. Back from transformation, and here he is in his alt mode. We'll call it a Cybertronian truck or a Cyber whatever, but basically it's, you know, Optimus Prime being Optimus Prime in his alt mode. It's like you saw this already. This is his chest, which is the front of the car with the grille right here, the translucent dark windows. Got the head lights up here, the silver grills over here on the side is where things fall apart with the profile. It's, you know, it's not a clean transformation. This in here looks all exposed and undone. The back looks undone, not even cleaned up. Just got a big hole right here. There's a lot of problems with this alt mode. It's not the best at all. Here it is from the top. You can see right through it. And here it is from the bottom. Not the best. I mean, it's got some gold, good molded in details and all, but not enough paint and not clean enough for me. This mode is pretty weak. But there is a saving grace to it. Kind of rolls, doesn't roll that great. But there is a saving grace because you could take this. Got these two pegs right here. And you could peg that in where it covers it up, and now it looks like he's just towing something on the back, which cleans it up a lot better. And if you want to use the holographic snow globe, you could put that right here as well. So you have weapon storage. If you're a person that stores displays their vehicles in their alt modes, you have options for storage for the weapons so you don't lose them. Now for some comparisons. Let's show him off with his castmates. Here he is with Megatron. And if you want to see like a size comparison between the two, how much bigger Megatron is with him, there you go. And if you want to do it like this as well, Megatron's toes are a little bit longer. He's got the reach. All right. Here he is with next to B127. There we go. So the main squeeze, the little one, is when he goes through puberty. The biggest size. Again, do you think if they took these colors and put them on here, it would look a lot better? I feel like this is too muted and too toned down. I feel like the brighter colors would have worked a lot better on this one. Even that gray. Because I have them out. Here's with Earthrise, Optimus Prime. That was alt mode. Definitely not the greatest alt mode. Both designs are pretty bad, with how they handle the legs and the back of it. The front is good. I mean, again, like I said, you do have the option of this to make it a cleaner backside, but it looks like it's undone as far as the alt mode goes. Front of it looks good, but then it reminds me of Astro Train where the front of the ship looks good, and then you get to the back and it just falls apart like they ran out of money to finish it. That's what it looks like. But I do love the robot mode. I will say that robot mode is really good. Alt mode is the weak mode of it, but take what you get, right? So that's it for Orion Pax's alt mode. Thanks for watching.